Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. Just got back from Vegas. Didn't do any crap shooting today, but definitely did some crap shooting on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, I sat there and hit my all tall small, which was pretty cool. I did it with a new roll that I didn't even practice on. And the sad thing is that I can't repeat it. And so what I've been told, if you can't repeat it, it's your mechanics. So something I'm doing is not allowing me to do it, but I don't know. But I thought I'd show you that. I'll put next week on seeing how many times I can roll without hitting a 7 or the least fewest 7s. But being that I hit the all tall small, I thought I'd put that in there. So we're at Boulder Station. Boulder Station has a huge craps table. They have two of them. And I think they're both the same size. I think they are 16 foot, 14, 16, 12, yeah. So they're 4 feet more longer than this thing. So when you're playing on a 16 foot table, you call it a battleship because of just how big the thing is. And the first thing I tried was I sat there and I saw somebody roll this, and I'm like, you know what? I think that can be it. And both of these dice sets are very similar. Both of them should have the 5 facing out. And so you have a 6-2 and a 1-2. Sad thing about it is there's a 7 on top, but whenever I did hit my 7, it wasn't because of that 7. And so you have 7 on top, you have 2 2s on the side, then you have 2 5s on the side. And I saw this on a video of a guy that teaches how to play craps at his house. He has like a business, and he like rolled forever. And the reason why I discussed about how long this table was is if I played it at my table, I think I would have been doing better, but I could not get my landing zone. My landing zone was always off because of just how long this table was. But you're going to grab your set like this, and this is the one I tried first, and I tried it twice, I think, and lost. But you come in just like this, and you pitch it, and that was a landing zone that I was looking for. I had a 3, and it would work okay up until I lost control of my landing zone. After I lost control of my landing zone, that was it. Another one I just got shown during the weekend was from the Bone Thrower, and I thought, you know, I can do this without practicing, not a problem. It's exactly the same kind of setup, except this one's 6-2, 2-1. So these two are reversed from the last one I showed you, just like that. 6-2, 2-1. Yep. This one here, you manipulate it onto its axis. So you're just holding it by the cut edge. The biggest thing I want to do is roll it this way, but it's not. It's actually opposite of what you think. You can either do a swing arm pendulum or start from here. Landing zone should be right the same, and you want to put a little bit of a spin on it. Of course, not too much of a spin. We end up with a 5. So we're going to test this out, see how far I get with my table. I won't keep track of where the puck is at, but I'll just show you this new the new one that I did at the Boulder Station, which actually won me a decent amount of money when you were doing the small tall and you're putting $5 on it. But the sad thing is it's not repeatable, which is not what I wanted. I wanted something that within 3 or 4 turns I can at least do it once more, either the small or the tall. We have an 8 there. And I thought about it as everybody else rolled, and I thought about, my grip, I don't think would have been changed, but what I do think I changed was, is that how much spin is on there, how far do I let it hit, and things like that. But I rolled a long time, rolled long enough to sit there and make the all tall small. And when I was rolling it, even then, I thought, is my landing zone the same? Because when you're getting close to winning an all tall small, questions like that run through your head, especially if that was the first time that you've ever rolled it. 426. But it seemed like a roll that it seemed simple, a simple roll. The hardest part for most of the people, for people that have never tried it, is rolling it up on the edge with one hand. That's probably the hardest part about it. Another 9. There was one other person that put money down on me rolling my all tall small, and then the guy who didn't put money on me, I put money on him, and he ended up rolling a tall, so I got money for that as well. But then he went off and left. And that was the only one I ever saw roll either way. Got a 1, 2, 3. What I think is funny is when you have a table filled with people that are on the pass line, and then you have these people that show up, and they're doing stuff like this, It just, I don't know, it makes me mad, being what I'm trying to do. I could probably roll a 7 easier than I could keep away from a 7. But the people that I saw during the weekend that were trying that, they reached in their billfold twice, and they came up empty-handed with 2 rolls around the table. They had lost everything that they brought to the table, plus what they had pulled out extra, which I thought was funny. I mean, granted, there are some times that the dice are cold. There are sometimes people don't know how to roll. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about was when I first got to the craps tables after Vegas opened up, I was scared about what kind of partitions are they going to have. And of course they showed some horrible ones, And the worst I've ever seen was, actually the only thing I've ever seen was New York, New York. And they had like little slots, It's kind of like plexiglass urinals. And for my women viewers, if you don't know what a urinal is, you'll have to Google that. But it's like a plexiglass urinal, and that's where I played. They actually put it in place at the casino I was at in Boulder Station. And the nice thing is that I would have gotten hit in the face twice if it wasn't for the little, the little partition. Because I'm like this, and it would boom. So I didn't get hit in the face twice because of that. But they only stick out about this far, so you can still wedge yourself in there like this, and you're still able to roll. So one thing that we like to do when we're at Boulder Station is go to the Omelet House. So shout out to the Omelet House. Saturday morning, you go to the Omelet House. You gotta get there early, or else it is packed. So we went to the Omelet House, and right after the Omelet House, we go back and we go to Sam's Town. Sam's Town, I like the slot machines at Sam's Town. I really don't like their table. It does have the all tall small. I have one, the all tall small there. But we always sit there and try their table out. Except we didn't try it out this time. No. This time they have like a little cubicle. And it's a piece of plastic glass like this that comes out. And then it's, I mean, you can't breathe, you know, it's the wildest thing. And so for dice, you know, the plexiglass goes down to about here. So if you were doing dice, and I don't know how you roll, because like you're like in a little cubicle, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So all I gotta say is, you know, for the casino people, if you happen to on my videos, please don't do that. The little partitions, me wearing a mask is okay with me. Please don't sit there. I mean, you almost feel like you're oxen in a feeding trough, and you're eating hay. I don't know what else to explain it, but you can't, you know, you can't do this. You definitely can't go like, you know, all this is gone. It's just, you know, I don't know, but come on. So I didn't play at Sam's Town. I did play their slot machines though, but it was too much. I just shook my head and just thought, no, I can't do that. 6. When you're doing the all tall small, the biggest thing I can tell you is before you roll, or after you roll, however you want to do it, make sure that they have marked your number that you rolled. Because sometimes they do forget. And if you're with a friend, you know, sit there and mention that to your friend, hey, you know, I'm busy rolling. Please make sure they remember to mark my numbers. Because you don't want to sit there and have to roll it twice. Especially just because they didn't mark your number. Hard 10. So as you see, I got everything except for a 4, the 12 and 11, and the 2. Of course, those being a little bit harder to hit. There goes a midnight. Which means I'm only 1 away from the tall, and that would be a yo. I'm 2 away from the small. The pressure's on. And there was a 7, like I said. Well, let's sit there and count it. For the ones that really mean anything, one's going to be a score point, so I won't count that one. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 score hits. 11, 12, 13 rolls. I mean, that's a good roll. 13 rolls. And I was only 1 away. 1 away, 11 from hitting the tall. And of course, the biggest thing that you have to encounter is swing, no swing, and how much rotation and landing zone. But your mechanics is what makes this thing up. In your mechanics, how much of a swing, where's your landing zone? If you get those 2 down, I guarantee you're going to sit there and hit all tall small. I can't guarantee how often you're going to hit it, because I couldn't hit it after doing it 1 time. but definitely it's a fun throw. Of course, it messes with your mind because you're thinking, was that the way I did it before? Mechanics. You got to get it down, just like baseball players and pitching. They've got to sit there and they should be able to close their eyes and do it. That's the way your mechanic should be with this roll. You should be able to close your eyes and do it because your mechanics will always be the same. Your landing zone will always be the same. The only thing difference is the table that you're at. So you might have to put more forth effort in the toss of it. And don't go to Sam's Town because that right there, because it does arc, you couldn't do it. You hit plexiglass. So, yeah. They do have another table at Sam's Town. I don't know if they're going to put it in commission when it gets busy, but if they only go down to one table, man, Sam's Town, you won't even be able to do the throw that I just showed you because it's got too high of an arc of just, yeah, you would hit the plexiglass all the way down. Anyhow, like, share, subscribe, tell me what you think, and I hope to do that one next week of how many times I can roll without hitting a 7. And it'd be really cool if I could do 36 without 1-7. I'm predicting maybe 2, and I might do it live. I've never done live, so if you happen to see me pop up in this live, that's what I'm trying to do. And it'll always be around Sunday sometime in the afternoon. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.